Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Tuesday, November 15, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Florida Panthers vs Washington Capitals. Florida Panthers backup goalie Spencer Knight is seeing much more action and is 5-2-0 with a 2.31 goals against average and is expected to be between the pipes again on Tuesday night when the Panthers host Washington. In 7 appearances, Knight has 1 shutout and has allowed 3 goals or less in 6 of 7 starts. Florida has dominated this matchup, winning 4 of the last 5 games overall between the two and 4 of the last 5 games played on their home ice against the Capitals. The visiting team, in this case Washington, has lost 7 of the last 10 games between the two. The Capitals continue to struggle a bit in the attacking zone, scoring an average of only 2.88 goals per game. Tough forechecking by Florida and body checks along the boards and at center ice will make it hard for Washington to have many man advantage rushes against the Panthers. Take the Florida Panthers minus 1.5 points. The defense of both teams have been shaky a bit as the Caps are allowing 3.06 goals on 31.3 shot attempts per game, while 3.07 goals on 30.7 shot attempts per game as well. These goaltenders are not doing too hot throughout the season, and that makes it easier for goals to score. Neither team is great at killing penalties as they are both average to below average and makes things a lot easier for the offense with a man advantage. Looking at the last handful of games, Washington is averaging 3.5 goals in their previous 4 games, while Florida is scoring 3.6 goals in their last 5 games. The over has hit in 11 of their 14 games against one another, so go with over 6.5 goals in this game. Montreal Canadiens vs New Jersey Devils. The Devils are having a great season, 3.67 goals per game, including 31 goals in the last 7 games. Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, and Nico Hischier have scored 18 goals and 33 assists to lead the top 2 lines, but the rest of the offense has also been great. Tomas Tatar, Nathan Bastian, and Miles Wood have combined for 11 goals and 16 assists, while defensemen Dougie Hamilton and Ryan Graves have added 7 goals and 12 assists from the point to open up the offense. The Canadiens have looked promising this season with their offense stepping up and scoring 3.07 goals per game, including 13 goals in the last 3 games. Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, and Kirby Dach have scored 23 goals and 26 assists to lead the top 2 lines, but the rest of the offense has stepped up as well. Sean Monahan, Mike Hoffman, and Josh Anderson have combined for 12 goals and 8 assists, while defenseman Caden Gould has added a goal and 6 assists from the point to help open up the offense. The offense has looked great, but the defense has let the Canadiens down, allowing 3.20 goals per game. Jordan Harris and Jonathan Kovacevic have combined for 1.6 defensive point shares, but the rest of the unit has been awful, allowing opponents to find open shots on the net at will. In addition, goaltender Jake Allen has struggled in the net with a .902 save percentage and a 3.19 goals against average on 326 shots. The Devils have been one of the best teams in the NHL and look to overwhelm the Canadiens from the opening puck drop. The Devils, who average 3.67 goals per game, should pile on the goals with Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, and the rest of the forward unit, establishing a strong offensive zone presence and creating open shots with quick passes near the net. The Devils, who allow only 2.53 goals per game, should also limit the Canadiens' offense with Jonas Agenthaler, Ryan Graves, and the rest of the defensive unit, creating turnovers in all 3 zones and limiting shots on the net, allowing goaltender Vitek Vanecek to make plenty of big saves in the net. The Devils should win the game with a dominant win on the road. Take the Devils' money line as road favorites. The over is 6-2 in Montreal's 8 home games and 4-1-1 in New Jersey's 6 road games this season. Both teams have been hot on offense. Montreal scored 3 or more goals in 6 out of their last 8 games. Nick Suzuki leads the Habs with 19 points and 10 goals. He has scored a goal and recorded an assist in back-to-back games. Suzuki has 7 goals in his last 7 games. New Jersey ranks 7th in goals per game and 2nd in shots per game. They scored 3 or more goals in 9 of the last 10 games. Jesper Bratt leads the Devils with 19 points. Bratt has recorded 1 point or more in 11 out of 13 games. The over has hit in 6 out of the last 10 matchups between these two teams. This will be a higher scoring game and the over will hit. Take the over, 6.5 goals. Buffalo Sabres vs Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks are having a season to forget despite their offense stepping up and scoring 3.31 goals per game. Elias Pettersson, Bo Horvat and JT Miller have scored 28 goals and 22 assists to lead the top 2 lines, but the rest of the offense has also stepped up. Andrei Kuzmenko, Ilya Mikheyev and Conor Garland have combined for 14 goals and 13 assists, while defenseman Quinn Hughes is adding 14 assists from the point to open up the offense. The Sabres are having a rough season despite their offense stepping up and scoring 3.67 goals per game. Tage Thompson, Jeff Skinner and Alex Tuch have scored 21 goals and 21 assists to lead the top 2 lines, but the rest of the offense has also stepped up. Victor Olofsson, Dylan Cozens and Casey Mittelstadt have combined for 16 goals and 13 assists, while defenseman Rasmus Dahlin has added 7 goals and 10 assists from the point to open up the offense. Both teams are desperate to snap out of their losing streaks, but I like the Sabres to snap out of their slump on their home ice. The Sabres should pile on the goals against a Canucks defense that allows 4.06 goals per game, with Tage Thompson, Jeff Skinner, and the rest of the forward unit carrying the puck into the offensive zone and creating open shots with strong centering passes. The Sabres should also limit the Canucks offense with Rasmus Dahlin, Owen Power, and the rest of the defensive unit creating turnovers at the blue line and limiting the Canucks from establishing a strong offensive zone presence, while goaltender Eric Comrie makes plenty of big saves in the net. The Sabres should win the game with a strong performance on their home ice. Take the Sabres money line as home favorites. The offense has been efficient for the Canucks so far this season. They scored 3 goals or more in 5 out of the last 9 games. Vancouver ranks 10th in goals per game and 19th in shots per game. Elias Pettersson leads the team with 18 points on the season. Bo Horvat has 17 points on the season. He has scored 9 goals in his last 8 games. Horvat is 2nd in the league with 13 goals. Buffalo has been very good and efficient on offense to begin the season. They rank 6th in goals per game and 14th in shots per game. The Sabres scored 3 goals or more in 6 of their last 8 games. Tage Thompson leads the team with 19 points. He has scored 1 or more goals in 3 straight games. Both teams have been very good on offense, but they have both struggled on defense and received poor goaltending. The Sabres rank 25th in goals against per game and 17th in shots against per game. Buffalo ranks 6th in goals per game and 14th in shots per game. Tage Thompson leads the Sabres with 19 points. He has scored 1 or more goals in 3 straight games. The Canucks rank 30th in goals against per game and 23rd in shots against per game. Vancouver ranks 10th in goals per game. Elias Pettersson leads the Canucks with 18 points on the season. Bo Horvat has 17 points on the season and he has scored 9 goals in his last 8 games. Horvat is 2nd in the league with 13 goals. The over has hit in 7 out of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. The total has gone over in 5 of Vancouver's last 5 games when playing on the road against Buffalo. This will be a higher scoring game and the over will hit. Take the over, 6.5 goals.